Stuff's happening. Ooh, hello. I'm here. It's been rough. Been a rough morning. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Who's all on here this morning? Rosanna, good morning. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Charlie. Good morning, Mary. Hello, Anita. And Beth. I'm watching from the ER. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Ginny. Good morning, Maisha. Good afternoon, Helen. Good morning, Debbie and Susan and Gloria. Did you just kick the chair? Good morning, Jefferson. No, my little rug thing underneath was being funky. It got hung up. It wouldn't. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Is it Monday? We don't expect much else. Good, because it's Monday. It is Monday. Hello. Everybody says good morning to Jefferson. Good morning, Kimmy. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Janet. Oh, Janet's going to do some needlepoint this morning. Lovely. We love that for you. Whew. Okay. Well, I am here. My camera has 17% battery. That tells you where we're at today. But we're here. No, it's actually pretty good. I spent the weekend finishing up the shipping and doing the SKU list. So I pretty much worked all weekend. So I'm kind of like, it's Monday. It's raining. Lily ate a bunny, I guess. She heard a bunny. I don't like that. So, stuff. Good morning. But I do have the bead drop. Now, let me tell you a little something about the bead drop today. Let's bring this over here. It's a little funky. It's a little bit of a funk. Sorry to hear that about your show. Oh, what happened with the show? I missed it. Was it not good? Wait, where's my mousey? Come here, mousey. Disappointing. Not as good as in years past. Oh. Yeah. That can always be a problem. Okay. So, hi, Bhavna. Good morning. I hope you guys all had a lovely weekend. Hi, Carolyn. We are going to do the bead drop today. Today is Monday. It is the 15th. We are going to do the bead drop. I have about, I don't know what it is, 10 or 12 items. Although three of said items are Ceylon strands that we just had left over from the live sale, and there's only one of each, so I don't know if that really counts a whole bunch. The show is always fun. Watch the camera toss. Got to at least watch the camera toss. Oh, I don't know what that is. Good morning, Don Dragon Slayer. And Linda, good morning. Hi. Cabber. I'm at the cabber toss, not the camera. Okay. Like, what is happening? Yeah, so today's Monday. It's 15th. I have the drop. What else we got going on this week? We got stuff this week. We got stuff. We've got members only on Wednesday. I've got the doctor on Thursday. And my cousin's getting married this weekend. Going to the wedding. Going to the wedding. I actually had a good show this weekend. Oh, good, Debbie. Autocorrect needs to hoe away. That's great. I love that. That's a lovely quote. Hooray. Yeah. Where was your show at, Debbie? Did I know you were having a show? I'm confused. Congratulations. Maybe I did not know that. But we're glad it was good. Yeah, so I'm going to the wedding for my cousin this weekend. We're going to stay in Killdeer. And Lily is going to go to the puppy daycare. So we got that going on. Other than that, I don't have much to report. The ticket drawing is going to be the following week, the 23rd. The 23rd, that is next week. That is next Tuesday. And then members only bingo, which is normally the next day, will be on the 1st of October. Other than that, my plan for the day, I have some packages that are ready to go to the post office. I got to take those. I have been sending out bingo cards and the letter with your orders. What was the other thing? Oh, I'm going to post up just a reminder to all who maybe have shops or maybe you're ahead of me. I was like, you know what we should do? We should post all of our Halloween earrings. So that's the goal for today. I'm going to try to post all the Halloween earrings, maybe a few extra jewelry pieces, but definitely the Halloween stuff. When is bingo? Bingo is on October 1st. It was going to be on the 24th, but we are meeting the doctor that day, so we moved it to the 1st. 1st of October. You are doing labor hours. Yeah. So yeah, that's the goings on. I missed the live announcement. Congratulations to you and Jefferson. Thanks, Heather. Thank you. Many of you have been texting me about the appointment that I had on Friday. So I was not here on Friday. Heather did the morning coffee for us. And I don't have any information about said appointment. I went there and I thought it was going to be with the doctor, but it was just with the techs to do an ultrasound, and nobody has read said ultrasound yet. So I'm waiting for results, which, by the way, can I just say, I don't like that. I just don't like it. I get it. I have to remember, we're also in North Dakota where, like, people don't work on the weekend. Like, the doctors here don't work on the weekend or whatever's happening. It's not like Minnesota where you get your results, like, 15 minutes from now, which it's kind of aggravating. But anyway, so thank you to all of you who were concerned about said appointment. I have not heard any information yet. Congratulations for what? Did I miss something? Oh, we're having a baby squish. Ginny, were you not here for that? We're having a baby squish in April. And tomorrow, baby squish is going to be as big as a fig, they said. I don't even really know what a fig is or how big it is, but I guess it's bigger than a strawberry. Anywho, that's the goings-on. All right, let's get this party started, shall we? Let's see if our 17% battery is going to get us through this bead launch. Let's just zoom it out a little bit. Oh, also, in other news, I went to the Hobby Lobby. Did I tell y'all I went to the Hobby Lobby? Okay, so what had happened was, sorry, back up. What had happened was, I went to the appointment. So what had happened was, I went to the appointment, and there was two gals in there, and one of them was a student, and she introduced herself, and she said she was a student, and she was like, "It's okay if I work on you today?" And I'm like, "Sure, that's fine." So, to a Fig Newton. I like Fig Newtons, Kim. I want Fig Newtons. Jefferson, are you on here? You should bring me some Fig Newtons when you come back for lunchtime. I haven't had a fig Newton in a million years. Okay, anyways. So I went there. She asked if she could work on me. I said yes. And then she was she was talking to the girl who I assume is like her mentor lady, right? So they're talking to each other. So they didn't really talk to me during a set appointment. They were just like, okay, like a doctor will read your results. It was not the greatest of interactions. Like, they were just talking to each other, but okay, she's learning, whatever. But they were not very talkative to said patient. They were just like, get on the table and whatever, we're going to do the things. So, and then I was like, kind of sad because I thought I was going to get some information. Bien. That is yes. Bien. So I thought I was going to get some information from the doctor, but I didn't because they said that they weren't there, whatever happened. So I was kind of pouty pants. So I decided to take myself to the Hobby Lobby, obviously, because what do you do when you're pouty pants and you've been let down by your doctor's appointment? Clearly, you go to the Hobby Lobby. I mean, right? Back me up. So I went there, and I got some stuff for our bracelet situation. Because remember I said all my seed beads were packed up? So I got that. I got some other cool stuff. Not a lot of stuff, but some cool stuff. And I got some presents for my aunt's birthday. They have the joint birthday they're having in October, so I was getting presents at the Hobby Lobby. So I did that. Absolutely right. Sounds like a good plan. Of course you go to Hobby Lobby, right? Okay, so you guys are on board. That's what happened. And anyway, so I got some beads to show you. They're just seed beads. It's nothing crazy. But I kind of want to start that project, just so you know. All right, let's get this party started. First of all, we're going to start out with 4832. And I know some of you have been waiting for these. 4832. We have 12 of these. They are $4.50 for a pair. These are the Cicada earrings. So these are stud earring findings. What is beeping? Is that me? That's me. Hold on. I'm beeping. Shush. Do not disturb me. Okay. Kim says she wants them all. So these are stud earring findings, the Cicada design. They're 18 karat gold plated, nickel free. They do have a loop on the inside. So this is the inside. So they have, I don't know if you can see that. Right there. You see that little loop? So you could hang dangly bits if you want. Or you could punch holes in the wings or wherever to hang more dangly bits. But they are a post earring doings, and I just put with this clear one. So these I just included with them because they didn't come with any. But I do have, if you want the 18 karat gold backs, I do have them available already on the website, just the backs. But I didn't want to break up any to like take them off the website, So, anyways, if you want those, you can purchase those separately. Otherwise, they do come with these. These ones are pretty good. They're quite large, little rubber stoppers. And obviously, you're paying for the pair of earrings for $4.50. Got told that's for of the weekend. Oh, no. Ew, bugs, Gloria says. Gloria doesn't like bugs. Okay, but Gloria, wait, but okay, I'm sorry. I know you don't like bugs specifically, but do you work with bugs? Because don't you do like a lot of you do a lot of kind of like Victorian type, vintagey type jewelry making, right? And that was like when the bugs were really popular? 4832. Isn't that like the time frame that you work with a lot, and that's when the bugs were really popular? Or no? I always thought it was. Okay, so that's those. These are technically a restock. She just says, ew, bugs. That's funny. These are technically a restock. The romantic era. are $48.33. We have had these before. These are a lot of people. Sorry, I gotta zoom out now. A lot of people ask me for a restock of these 8mm chakra beads. So these are the same ones that we had before. They're amethyst, sodalite, green aventurine, tiger's eye, jade, and or is that carnelian? No, that looks like jade. And red jasper. I was gonna say red agate. That's not right. Red jasper. So these are the same ones we had before. For those of you who are asking for a re-up on those, we have 10 of them. They are $16. They are all genuine stones, and they are the chakra 8mm. Okay. Lovely. Something's beeping. Oh, also, I forgot to say this. If you are new around here and you're like, what are we doing? I'm just showing you guys the stuff, and then once we show everything, then I'll go on to the website and just make it live for you to purchase, so that you can just make your purchases right there on the website when we're done looking at everything. So we will be doing that right after we see everything. Like I said, this drop is a little bit interesting. Do you happen to know where I get the flat back screw-on posts with the loop? I need them to make a granddaughter earrings. Flat back screw-on posts. Flat back screw-on posts. Posts. Oh, okay. I'm with you now. I'm like, screw-on posts. You're talking about the backs that screw on and tighten? No, I don't know. I don't know that. R4835. I have two of these guys. These guys. Did I skip one? I feel like I skipped one. Yeah, I did. These guys are little tiger's eye pendants. I only have two of these, but I thought they were cute. They're $8 if you want one. I had a little girl looking for earrings, and her ears were not pierced, and I felt so bad. Oh, clippies? Does she do clippies? Okay, here's one I missed. 48.34. 48.34. These guys are rose quartz. Rose quartz wire wrapped moons. I did keep one of these for me because I love them, and so I will be doing something with it. I don't know exactly what yet. Do a little rose quartz moon with the stars, you know, for our celestial doings. Got 5 of those. They're $7.50 if you want one of those. Good morning. Yeah, super cute, right? I was thinking, do I have rose quartz running around here? I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, so there's our first little bit of things, right? Yeah, like I said, today's drop is a little weird. I don't know why. I don't know how it got so weird, but it is what it is. Although, I think this is the last drop before we switch into October's. I think next week we're going to be doing the other side, which is the next category. Right now we're still in Celestial Veil, and then, for me, Celestial Veil goes hand in hand with the other side. So it's kind of like all wrapped up into one. I feel, that's my opinion. I mean, I guess that's my opinion is the only opinion that matters because it's my category. I guess. 48.36. I have 2 of these. They're $15. If your rose quartz is running around, I would be a bit concerned. Yeah, it probably is. Look at these. So these are big amethysts. And it's got like the door knocker in like red bronze. It's got like, you know, like the door knocker. It's quite hefty. Let me tell you that much for free. And I thought it was way cool. There's another. I have 2 of those. So I did not keep one of these, but I didn't because I kept a lab. It's the same kind of style with the loop, and I kept the lab one simply because the middle crystal was broken, so I ended up keeping that one. So I didn't keep one of these. Yeah, they're very unique. Well, part of the other side is going to be also amethyst, so it worked out pretty good, I thought. But okay, but here's where it gets weird. So we're gonna switch into this now. These have nothing to do with anything. These are just because I'm pregnant and I'm hungry. R4837. Okay, so these are a set of 10. And they're all breakfast food. Some of these are breakfast. Look at this one with the toast. It's eggs and toast. I don't know, that's eggs Benedict. Hamburgers. And I know you're like, why are hamburgers breakfast food? I eat these for breakfast all the time. Avocado. Look at these little graham crackers. Croissants. Waffles? I made waffles over the weekend. I bought a waffle iron while I was at Hobby Lobby. Forgot to tell you that. Got this little toast with a heart on it. A muffin. A little muffin. A little bread. So anyway, I like these. So you get the whole set for $7.50. And they come with lobsters on. These, I believe, so you could like use them as removable charms, or if you want to use them for kids stuff, or you want to use them as poles, or you just want to take them off and use the charms, whatevs. So you just get the whole little loop like this. I did keep one for me, so I am going to be utilizing it. Quite honestly, I think I will make myself a little charm bracelet or something. But yeah, but there's no matchies. So if you wanted matchies, you would have to buy 2 if you want to like make earrings or something. But if you don't care about that and you just want to use separate ones, then there you go. 4837. Again, those have nothing to do with the celestial veil. They're just for funsies. These, on the other hand, do have something to do with the celestial veil. 4838. I'm not going to put them all out here, but I made a whole bunch of the celestial veil, or the celestial charm pack number 2. We have a number 1 online already, and then this is number 2. I think number 1 has maybe 12 charms in it. This one only has 8, so it's less money, and it's also less charms. So these are 4 of these suns, and then 4 of the moons, whereas the other ones had a lot of different ones in there. These are just suns and moons. Here's what the back looks like. It is not double-sided, but, you know, a little patina paint. We're good to go. These guys are $4 for one of these little thingies. It comes with a little case. I love these little cases. I order them separate and put cute things in them. You know how I am with like my little jars and my little cases? It makes me want to use them. Egg on the waffle. OMG, the eggs on toast. Yeah, eggs on toast. There's eggs on toast. There's waffles. There's eggs Benedict. There's these little guys. They're super cute. The little case alone is worth the price of admission. I agree. I totally agree, Mary. Okay, then we had a few of these left. So these came from Taylor's Falls. Some of these items you may recognize because we already sold them in the live sale. We had a few left over. So these are $48.39. These are 36 of the gold latchbacks. $14.25 for a pack of those if you want. These are more of the D-shaped ones. So that is this little tray. Not really making a whole lot of sense. Not really being really conducive? Not conducive. Where things go together. We'll just say complementary, although that's not the word I was looking for. Next up, I have a sale item. These are $48.40. I have 7 of these. Now, there are 2 different sizes. So, these are originally $12, but I'm going to sell all of them for $8 because they're kind of scratched up. I don't know if they came kind of scratched up or if it's just the AB finish, but you see how they're kind of scratched up. But the other side, you know, the other side's fine. So just so you're aware, they do have a little bit of scratchiness on the AB side. These are not Egyptian crystal. Cohesive. Thank you. These are imitation, so they are Chinese crystal. These are imitation wannabe Egyptian crystal, but still beautiful. So instead of charging the full 12, we're going to go with 8. I have 4 of the smaller rectangles and only 3 of the larger rectangles. Now, some of you are getting some similar beads like this. For those of you members who won bingo, okay, some of you are getting some similar to this to play in the ducky race. Remember we talked about that? You members? Do you members? That's funny. Which I haven't got all that straightened out yet, but I will. But anyway, so we're going to sell these on a sale. $48.40. If you're wondering where these came from, they did come from TF. I don't know if I just had them rolling around too long or if they came that way or whatever happened. I'm not sure. Hello, good morning. $48.41. Again, this has nothing to do with the Celestial Veil. These are just little rubber ducks. Because we like rubber ducks for our ducky race, you know, because that's how we do. So you can get 10 rubber ducks. They are clay beads for $1.50 if you want them. I have 17 packs of them. I have kept some for me. I will say some of them have up and down holes and some of them have sideways holes. I guess it just depended on how big the duck was. So like that's a thing, but it's whatevs. For $1.50. There you go. And then we have these guys left. These are the last items. So I have 3 rolls of Ceylon. I have a light blue, a periwinkle blue, a dark blue, and a sage green. So these are the only ones that were left over from when we did the little live sale. And so I just thought, well, I'll put them up here again and put them on the website if anybody missed it or wants them. They're $4.99 a piece. And that's it. That's all she wrote. The right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing and where to put the holes. Yeah, I don't know what the situation was with this. But whatever. I'm sure there's 2 in there. We can make a pair of earrings. We can make a little stretchy bracelet for our little duck doings. You know how we do. They're cute. So that's it for the drop this week, to be honest with you. I was pretty busy this week. I had a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. And I was still working on this last night pretty late, so I was just like, well, it is what it is. So there we go. We are ready to rock. So we'll make those things live on the website. Rosanna's singing the rubber ducky song. Where am I going to put this for the time being? Let me put it here. Let me switch this over. Okay, you guys, don't be falling off of there now, because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so let me just move over here real quick, like. we will make these little guys live. So I've already gone in and made all of the listings. I just have to turn them on. I did a photo shoot yesterday with some of these items, so that took a little bit of extra time as well. Oh, I will say, I'll show you this when we're done. I did go in and check all of the wire and restocked a few items before I did the launchy launch. Okay, let's go here. And we're live. Okay. I've been looking at those threads. I'm not sure how the size with beads works yet. So Janet, I use 0.5 millimeter for pretty much everything. And then if you have a bigger bead situation, you would just double up said thread. I've been looking at those. Hi! Good morning. Welcome in. I did see your post, Tina. Okay, did you update my favorites? You have not updated my favorites. Why not? Just for funsies? Alright, so here we are. Yeah, you can tell I put a little sale sticker on these ones. So when you click it, it'll tell you originally 12, but we're selling for 8. So you still can get the discount. And then you pick either the large or the small here if you are interested in that. So we got that going on. And then, just making sure everything's on here. And it looks like it is. Okay. I did go through the wire and restocked all of the 24 gauge wire. So that's these. So we got all the colors again, pretty much, for 24 gauge. So those have been restocked. I went through and double checked all of the quantities that we do have on all of these other wires. So I went through all of those and then made a list of all of the wires that we have to get for next time I get an order from TF. So just in case you're wondering about those, we do have round wire. We have as up to 16 gauge round wire, or 14 I think. 14 gauge round wire, 16 gauge round wire, 18, 20, 22, 24. And then we also have 21 gauge square wire and I thought we had 18 gauge square wire. Do not, that's sold out. 18 gauge square wire is sold out. So I did go through all of those and I checked those, make sure that they're all up to date. I restocked all of the 24 gauge, and then I did restock some tools and made a list of all the tools that we have to get. So I restocked all of the tweezers and the shovels, so we have to get some more of those. I gotta get some more of these needles. I made a little list of stuff I gotta get. So there's quite a few things on there that I need to get restocked for my order. So I was doing that. Oh, but anyway, that's the goings-ons. You're welcome. Ooh. Stop. Okie doke. Now, on to the next. I don't know that we'll get going on this today, but I did want to show you that I did get these guys at the Hobby Lobby, since all my other seed beads are packed up. Now, when I was over there, this was in a tube like this, and like the bottom broke, so I just put it in a bag. So these are check beads. They're size 11. I couldn't remember what I was supposed to be getting, and they were on 50% off, so I got them. I had a few people ask me about Randy's pliers, so you might want to get some if you're low. I did have an order for somebody for the pliers. I usually keep those pretty well stocked, but I'll get some more. I usually always get some when I go up there. I always like it when I can spend money in my pajamas. Yeah, right? So all of these I got because I don't know if you can tell, and I don't know if it really says, but these all kind of have like a pearl shine. They're pearly, and I thought that'd be nice, except for maybe this one is not pearly, but all these other ones are pearly. A luster, if you will, and the teal. And then I could remember what I was doing in my instructions, so I just was like, well, I'll get these colors, so then I could be like, these colors go together, and these colors go together, or these colors go together. You know what I mean? So that was kind of, these are like the general colors to me. And then I got this thing because I have an Altoids box, but I just thought this was cute. I got it in the sewing section. It's a lipstick, but it's like for you to put your needles in, like a pin cushion. So it goes down, so you can put your needle in there and then put the cover on. Right? I thought that was cute because I have just like this Altoids box that I use, which is fine, but I mean, given an opportunity to be cute, I would like to be cute. Oh, I've got some kind of secret files in here. I wonder if beading needles are going to work because they're longer. Maybe. Let's try it. Oh no! Beading needles are too long. At least that one is. Stinkeroo. What about one of you guys? You're always cute. Thank you. Well, I'm hoping it'll work. This one is, maybe this one is shorter. That one seems shorter. That one works. Okay. Well, Carol, I don't know. That's the situation. Oh! I bent it! Sad. Well, perhaps we can't use that. Or we just can't put the top on. Who knows? Guess we're back to our Altoids box. I wish I just went down a little bit further. Okay, so anywho, here's the situation. Now, if you were around for this and you're like, why are we doing this? We're doing this because we're using red. Is that right? Let me get the beetle on. The beetle on box. This was part of the plans to be utilizing all of our Beadalon items we got in our mystery box. So if I recall correctly, yeah, here it is. We're going to be using this red wildfire thermally bonded weaving beading thread. I know, it looks like a lipstick, right? Love the container. Replaced all the needles. So that's the, this is part of the Beadalon doings. So we're going to be using this red. So it looks like we'll have to pick out some, good thing I got some red beads. We'll use red. Oh yeah, I think I picked these, right? I vaguely remember this situation. Let me see. So this is the Crystal Hex bracelet. I got this in Taylor's Falls. It was originally from the Upper Midwest Bead Society. It's just like a little pamphlet, and we're going to do this together. If you don't like this kind of thing, this week you might be out of luck. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to pick out the beads. We'll probably start working on it later on. I guess we could do the blue too. Now, just for reference, I am not good at this, okay? So if you've never done anything like this or whatever, or you don't think you're good at it, welcome to the club. I also am not good at it. So this said we're supposed to be using 14 seed beads from Japan, which we're not. We're going to use Czech 11s. Hi, Emmy. I've never done this, so I don't know how it's going to go, and I'm also not real great at following instructions. A lot of the time, I'm not even lying, you guys, some of you have been around for this, I have to call PK and have her explain the directions to me, because reading the directions and doing the directions are different things, okay? But that's fine. There's pictures. I can do pictures. I can look at a picture and probably figure it out. So this is what we're going to do. And then I have my swans up here. I've brought my swan collection. We're going to look for some of those today to match with our beads. And so we're going to be doing this, I guess. Now, I will tell you, this whole make your own toggle business, this toggle, maybe they've got a better picture. This thing, I don't know about that. We might skip that part. Oh yeah, here's our beady options. I might skip that part simply because I just don't think that's not my style. I don't really care for that. Like, I don't like the look of it. Not that I couldn't do it. I don't really want to. So I'm probably going to skip that. So here was what I was thinking. We could go this way with the pink and the red. Oh, I guess I don't need the pink. I could just go with the red. Sorry, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, these are pink and this is, I was thinking, these are bicones though. So these are swans. Oh, and they're 4 millimeters. I'm going to use 6s. Do you think that's probably fine? I mean, I have 4s. I guess I could use them. So I'm going to go with the red instead of the pink. Because this will match better. Yeah? No! Mary says, no, we have to use the 4s. But we're using, we're using 11, we're using size 11 beads, not 14s. Does that matter? Doesn't matter? How do we feel about that? Calling all the bead weavers. Since you are using a larger seed bead, a 6 should be okay. Yeah, because originally it said use 14s. Japanese 14 seed beads. But I'm not doing that. I'm using 11s. Can you give a supply list? I can. It's right here. Says, okay, well, I'm substituting some of these things. Originally it said Japanese 14-0 seed beads. Some realtors list them as 15s. You're going to need approximately 500. This says matte black, but this is for like a different color bracelet. And 950 24 karat gold plated Swarovski crystals. Dun, dun, dun. 4 millimeter, you're going to need 54 4 millimeter bicones. 10-pound thread and a 12 size 12 English beading needle. Where can I get this book? I have no idea. Carol Conway, 2002. It's more like a pamphlet. I think maybe this is something maybe came from a class or something. It's pretty old. I can take pictures. I'll put them on the website, or I'll put them on the Facebook. Okay. Okay, so let's make sure. Round 1, silver lined rose. Round 2, 24 karat gold. Well, I don't have 24 karat gold, so I'm going to use this, size 11 gold. So I'm going to use the red, and I'm going to use the gold. And then 4mm bicones, color garnet. $950 silver lined rose color and 500 gold carat beads. Well, that's, I don't know how many's in here. It just gives ounces, but I'm sure it's more than 950. Isn't it? It must be. Looks like a lot. I'm more concerned about how many bicones we're going to need. Okay, so it doesn't say how many bicones, unless we're listening to this. This says for using 4mm bicones, we need 54, but I'm going to use 6s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 6 is 54. It is 54. That's a lot of beads. So it's 54, not including the toggle, but I'm not going to do that toggle. So 54. So let's get our beads out here and see what we got. On one strand of swans, you generally, or preciosa. Sorry, I have ADHD, so I chat a lot. It's okay. So 54, you, like on one little strand, like we buy from the bead store on Preciosa, there's what, 31 beads on there for 4mm. And I think 21 if they are 6mm. So that would be, how many does they need? 54, 20, 40. So you really only need like 2, 3 strands max, you know. It's not that bad. Okay, so this is just all my mixies. Okay, mixies, large bicones. Don't mind me, these are my swan collection. Drops. No, it's not what we need. These look fun. So 5mm in between a, there's 24 in here. So there's 25 in here, 25, that's 49. 49 is not enough. Well, that's sad, because that probably would have worked out. Ooh, maybe I don't like that. No, I don't think I like that. I thought I was going to like that, but I don't. Wouldn't using bigger beads add length? Probably. We be winging it, lady. I be winging it over here. Do as I say, not as I do. These are fun. They're orange. Blue. Ooh. Those are some big 8s. Also 8s. What is this? Randy hair. Also 8s. Ooh, those are fun. Okay. No. If we can't find anything good that we like, we'll just grab some Preciosas off the website. 14s. These are 8s. Ooh, those are fun. Ooh. Good morning. Okay, so here's some 4s. These are pink. See, are these 6s? These are 5s. I think since we're using the 11s, we gotta use 6s, because these are 4s. Thank you for being supportive of me. You got it, lady. How many's in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Well, we have the pink. If we're going pink, I'll keep looking, because that's what our book says. I don't know how, I don't know how I feel about that. Also pink, also pink. Oh, it must be in the pink box. Mixie. Ooh. Those are 4s. Those are 4s. What about these? They are 4s. I wish they were 6s. Look at these ones. I feel like this would probably go better. Don't you think? This is called Crystal Red Magma. Maybe we have them in 6. Let me see. Ooh, that's fun. I just don't eat those. It's probably worth like $1 million. You probably shouldn't eat them. Those big ones can be expensive. Oh, those are blue. Also 4s. 4s, 4s, 4s. I don't want 4s. I want 6s. Squares. 8s. Ooh, oh, okay, what about this? Green. Okay. Topaz squares. Buy a week's worth of groceries. Yeah, this bag right here might buy a week's worth of groceries. These guys are $7.25 for 2 beads. Light blue sapphire. I'm surprised the math was legit with the 54 beads, but I guess that just shows how much I know about bead weaving. I don't know. Alright, so we have this yellow. Maybe this is better. That pink, I mean, I think if we were doing the pink like this, then this would be better. But I want to use the red string, and I just don't feel like that's going to do it for me. I think these are better if we're going this way. How many's in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. There's these, but these are kind of giving like a, well, I mean, I thought they would give more of like a cool tone with the gold. Might be weird, but it's not really. What do you think? The white or the yellow? Thread will change the color. The thread's real crazy. Oh, it'll change the color of the white. Or I guess both of them are translucent. Well, that might be good because I need them to be a little more warm. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards the yellow. Deborah likes the white. I don't know, I think I like the yellow. I think because these are like a little more frosty, because like, look at this, look at this, look at this. This would be going real good over here, yeah? I mean, we could do that too. Oh, they go really good with these purple. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. It's just more of a cool tone. Yeah, okay. Well, shall save you for another day. What is your color? White Opal AB times 2. Is the name of the color. Okay, so we will need, let's see, 10 in here, 10, oh, it only has 8. 20, 30, 40, 58. We only need 54, so we should be able to get away with that. put these pink ones back. I guess I could put them with these. See how that turns out. I really like these ones, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll keep these with these. Maybe I'll be feeling snazzy. I'm not doing it with this red thread though. That's not happening. Okay, so we found some crystals. Smash them. I mean, this is the funnest part, right? Is like picking out the stuff you're gonna use. I think it's gonna be good. I need a baggie. Well, I'll put it in here. Okay, so we got our Bead-a-Lawn Wildfire. Now again, if you guys are like, what the heck, why are we doing this? We're doing this because they sent me this Bead-a-Lawn Wildfire in my mystery box, and I want to use the things in my mystery box this year because otherwise they're just sitting around here not doing nothing. So I'm using this red with my Hobby Lobby beads, which by the way, were 50% off, in case anybody's wondering. And then all my swans. Now my swans are quite spendy. These are $4.75 a pack. So I would say if you want to do something like this, maybe you go Preciosa style because this is an expensive little situation we're going to have. But I dig it. And then this one, I'm going to put the pink over here with these two, I think. If we're feeling froggy, we might do two. Pink, blue, and purple. Well, it only asks me... I'm trying not to get too crazy because, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't want to be adding too much colors. Because this only has 2 colors plus the bicones, which is good. This one has more colors. This one has 2 colors. This one also has 2 colors. This one also has 2 colors. This one's pretty. This one's like a teal one, which I like, but I don't want to be... I won't be messing myself up. I guess no, I'm losing my mind. 1, 2. No, it's still only 2. Seed bead colors. I was thinking this one had 3 seed bead colors and these only had 2, but that's not true. It looked like it, but I think that's just because of the bicones. Anyways, so I'm going to do this one. This is the only photo we have of the finished product, so it's from 2002, so everybody just say a little prayer for me. So I'm going to do this one. I think once we get the first one done and into the second one, we should be kind of figuring it out, yeah? I guess we're going to find out. But I'll take photos of this and I will put them online if you want to get in on... I'm going to put these away. If you want to get in on doing it together... then you will have said written instructions and you can just pull them off of Facebook. And that'll just be for freezies because that's how we do around here. It's just for funsies. I don't know where this came from. This looks like Shannon's handwriting. Oh, it's from the swan. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's my plan. A lot of you are saying you love bead weaving. I know there's a bunch of you here who don't. It is what it is. But we're stepping out. We're stepping out, man. I've only ever done... I think I did one other bead weaving project live on Morning Coffee. That's when we did earrings. They turned out smashing. That's when I was using the duo beads. The duo, they were pink and blue. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't generally do these projects live because I do know that there's a line. Also, because I kind of feel like these bead weaving projects are more like a meditative situation, and it's kind of like you get in the groove of doing it and then you're just kind of like zoned out, and that's not really like a great thing for live, plus it's repetitive. But that's what I'm saying. If you guys want to do it together, I'll give you the instructions. Then I don't have to feel so crazy that we're doing it together. Plus, also, this is not my like wheelhouse. But it's okay because we're doing it. Is it too late to pay for my order? No, it's still up there. It's still up there, Dorothy. You can add it to your cart. It's under custom orders in the bead section. The category custom orders, and then it'll have your name on it. And you can add it if you're ordering more things today. You can add it to your cart just as though it's one item. Doesn't matter. You can add all kinds of things to your cart. The instructions always make me confused. High probability of problems. Yes. If you would like to stick around for some high probability of problems and Randy trying to figure out what this means, stay tuned for tomorrow. Because I'm going to have to call somebody today. I'm going to have to call PK and be like, be prepared for questions. I'm partially blind from my stroke. Oh, Bridget, that's too bad. I'm excited. Oh, Deborah's excited. Well, we're going to give her a whirl. All right, y'all. Well, it is 10:06. I'm also tackling seed beads. Well, kind of how I mentioned, like, if you guys watched me and Heather do Beading Bessie's little video that we did, I said seed beading is technically how I got started beading when I was very little, but seed beading was more of a punishment than it was like a fun thing to do, so I seldomly do it anymore. I can do it. I don't always want to do it. I have who has beading trauma? I have instant gratification problems, so I don't like projects that take a long time. I mean, I'll do them, and when they're done, I like them, but the whole time it's going on, I'm just like, ah! My comments are not posting. Oh, no. I see your comments, Kim, don't I? Remember, I get the book when you're done. Oh, yeah, that's right, Susan. You put dibs on it. I better write that down. Did I write it down last time? Because if I did, I lost it. Oh, by the way, I got jelly roll pens at the Hobby Lobby. Trying them out on my black paper for my bead book. Normally, I don't mess around with gel pens because they're always so horrible. But they said that how do I spell this? Oh, I'm way off. They said that they are not skippy or weird or anything, and so I got a 3-pack because they're on sale to try them, and they do work pretty good for the black paper, because I have some of my notebooks are just all black paper in my journal. And I was going to use my Sharpie paint markers, which work great, but they're kind of thicker. So I was like, well, I'll try it. So I am trying it, and it seems to be going good. I'm putting this sticker right on there, Susan. Bead weaving is how I started. I'm commenting from my computer, was not posting. That's weird. Where can I find the small spacers? The little silver spacers, like the chitchat spacers, is that what you're talking about? Those are online. I do believe they are called 3mm. Where's my mousey? They're going to be under bead findings. And I believe they are called 3mm daisy spacers. Yeah, so my other goal is to get all of my Halloween earrings posted. So just FYI, I'm prepping for Halloween. I'm sure you guys are already ready. I'm always behind Halloween. Always. I don't know why. There we go. 3mm Tibetan silver spacer beads. $4.05. We have Like 200 packs of those in stock right now. From trauma to triumph. Yeah, right? You don't like to drop your seed beads? Well, yeah, nobody likes that. I just vacuum them up because I'm lazy. I can't relate. I love bead weaving. Really. It's relaxing. Yeah. Well, that's kind of how I feel like knotting, like bead knotting, but some people don't like that either. I think it just depends on what you like. Good visuals in that book helps the bead weaving. Yeah, I hope so. I'm feeling inspired. Yay! No beads left behind, right? Yeah, so that's the plan. That's what we got going on. I'll take some pictures of the instructions and I'll put them up today so you have them today if you want to look at stuff. We'll probably start this project tomorrow. Oh, we also got bargain bead box stuff to do. I'm just looking at that big stack of projects over there. We got stuff. But it is what it is. I've decided I don't care about time. I'm going to focus on one project at a time, one project a day. That is all I can do. I can't be worried about being on time with everybody because everybody just, there's just so much. So I decided I don't care about time. Just doing what I want. I forgot to put my Halloween stuff out. Oh! I sold the new bat earrings. Nice. Alright, you guys. Well, I'm glad that you're all here today. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All that good jazz. Randy, is PayPal an option for payment? No, PayPal is not an option for payment on my website. I choose not to participate in PayPal because they take too much percentage of my money. So you will have to use a credit card or a debit card or something to that effect. Or you can use Google Pay. Google Pay is an option. I'm trying to think. It is called Google Pay, right? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, those are the options. Otherwise, that's all I really have to report. Did you build your own website or did you start with a template? I started with a template on BigCommerce. And basically I got rid of, on my template, I got rid of all of the fancy business. It has been my experience that some people, what is Google Pay? So Google Pay is something where you can save your payments to in your Google Wallet, and then it kind of works as a PayPal. Like it remembers your card numbers and stuff, and then you have to put in your security code from the back of your card. You know, that little 3-digit code, and then that's how you pay. They have these on like at the store where you like can scan your phone instead of having to take your card out and put your card in the card reader. Yeah, it's to prevent theft. Like, you know how they generally for like in-person purchases where people have to put their card in, a lot of times they'll put like fake things over the top of those card readers, and so when you put your card in, it gets your number. So it was originally invented to prevent that from happening. So now you don't even put your card in, you just scan it with your Google Wallet, and then it gets your information that way. I just paid through Google Pay for my order. Go, Bridget. Anyway, I took all of the fancy stuff off of my website. So when you go to my website, it's very simple and very easy to use, which in my opinion makes it really easy. So you come to the first website and these are your store options, and if you click these, this is probably like the only really fancy thing. If you click these, then it'll take you to the different stores, right? But you can go shop all up here, and then these are just featured products that I like. And then this talks about me. These are our blog posts, and these are videos that I've done on YouTube. So I just keep it very simple because I feel like sometimes for people who are not very good at navigating some stuff, the more bells and whistles you have, the harder it is for them to work things. Like, as an example, and not to name names, but I will, one of the websites I hate using is the Jesse James website. I hate it. It's ridiculous. Like, there's so much, and the funny thing is that they use a BigCommerce website just like me. Their website's from BigCommerce. If you go down to the bottom of anybody's website, it'll tell you where it's from. And I'm just like, why? You know, they'll have like the banner that moves, and they have like the carousels and the like all the different stuff. But for me, when I try to use their website, the problem that I have is, like, it's fine if you want to have categories and you want to look by like colors and you want to search by different things or whatever, but it's like when there's all those things, it makes it hard to find like the new products. Like, even when you go up to new products and then click on their website, given I haven't been on their website in a while, you click on the new products, it takes you to a new page where there's a bunch of products that have been recycled. So I'm like, I don't know if these are just recycled products or I'm in the wrong area. Like, there's too many search options that they have predominantly on the main page of their website. And I'm like, you are just confusing people. But here's the thing. That's part of what they're trying to do. Right? So it's a tactic that people use to keep you on their website, because the longer you're on someone's website, the more likely you are to purchase items. And they're counting all of this in their algorithm, right? On the different pages that you go to. And then also, like, when you're trying to find a category, or you're trying to find like the new, they make the little bead mixes or whatever, like you're searching specific things. It's too much. They've got too much. And they're doing that so that they can keep their inventory, like their old inventory and their new inventory, mixed up, right? Which makes sense because they want to sell off their old inventory. I get that. But I hate it. I hate going over there. I don't like it. As a matter of fact, I'm not a big fan of Beadalon's website either. Their website, I think they built theirs. I don't know where it's from, but it's not great. Although I do know that Jesse James recently switched to a Shopify website from BigCommerce, so it might be different now. To her credit, Candy Cooper's website is very good. I like the way her website functions, and it's easy to find the things that you're looking for without being like all over the place. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's just Softflex. I don't really care for them either. The thing is I have to go and I have to search. Like, I want to search for the such and such new whatever theme it is. Because they got carousels going, and they got their new launches, and they got their upcoming launches, and they got their like upcoming from 2 weeks from now launches, and then their launches that already sold out. And I'm like, I don't need all that. I'm just looking for this thing. That's just me. So when I made my website, I tried to make it as easy as possible without too many bells and whistles, just to make it easy. If you want to go to the bead store, go there. You want to go to the jewelry store, go there. There's a few featured items. You can read the blog, see some videos. You can search by category, which I think is important. We just recently started doing like the themed categories, which I think, like Jesse James, is combining old inventory and new inventory together, right? But it makes it easy to find in a theme with things that are cohesive, that go together. The only thing that I don't have on my website that I wish I had is where you can search by color. But I could put that on there, but I haven't done it because then I would have to go through and I'd have to make sure that everything that I have on there is got a color associated with it. And most things are multicolored. And so that just bothers me when I do look on websites for colors. Like say you're looking for teal and you get a bunch of green and you get a bunch of blue and you don't really get teal or turquoise. I don't like that. So I haven't done it, but it might be helpful. I don't know. Not if you're confused. Did you make the tutorial for setting up Etsy's public site public? The tutorial that we made live with Beth was flagged, so it's not public. But I think that Beth did get her stuff all figured out, and now she is in the designing process of her Etsy website, and we had been talking about maybe looking at that. So yeah. Your search has to be too specific to find what you're looking for. Yeah, that's the other thing is like so you also have to search words. Like it can be specific, but it can't be too specific. The one thing I don't like about my website is if you don't put the words in the right order, it won't pull it up. So like say you're looking for 6mm topaz preciosa beads, bicones. If you put in, like if I named them 6mm topaz preciosa bicones, that was the name of them, and you put in 6mm bicones, it might not pull it up because you didn't put in 6mm topaz preciosa bicones. You know what I mean? Or if you put in preciosa bicones, it might bring up those and then like a whole bunch of other crystals. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But you have to put all those search terms in yourself, which is quite honestly a pain in the ass. And I don't really mess around with it too much, which is why it's like that. Can you do British pounds? British pounds. I don't know what that means. Most everything on my website, if I ship to you, so I have a thing on my website that will make it into US dollars, if that's what you're asking. So, like if you wanted to order something, it would ask you, like you could give British pounds, but it would calculate it in US dollars, if that makes sense. If you try to make an order and it does not US dollars. So sometimes I have to add like a specific country or a specific province to my shipping. Otherwise it won't let you order. So that might be a thing too. They can send me a message. Anywho, Dakota Stones has a search by color. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't been on Dakota Stones in quite a while. I was thinking, like, Art Beads is pretty good. Art Beads is pretty good. Bargain Bead Box is even pretty good. You know? So, I don't know. Like, sometimes it just depends. It just depends on what you want. You know? Like, if you're really good at using the internet, you might not care about those things. If you want to find things. But I just feel like when you get to a website and there's too much fluff going on the front page, like all the everything, because they want you to know about everything, which I understand. But when it gets to be too much, it becomes overwhelming. And then it's just like, and what I want isn't, I can't find it. It just gets too much. Because I am from the UK. Yeah, I believe it does, Emmy, but you would have to maybe give me a message and tell me what part of the UK, so then I could probably add that to my shipping area, because sometimes it won't accept payments from places that aren't already in the shipping area. And you can't always just add, like, countries. Like, you know what I mean? It has to be, like, a specific province. Anywho, that's the goings-ons for today. I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day and have found some inspiration. And I am going to get going on this. Yeah, here comes Mr. Bunsen. He's like, why are you still on the internet, lady? I gotta run to the post office, take pictures of this, get the earrings going, all the things. All right, guys, I hope you have a lovely day. If you want to, swing over to the Facebook group, hashtag What's on My Mat today. As a reminder, and maybe for those of you who are new, do not put your links to your shops in my group. Okay, that is considered selling in the group. If you want to put a photo with your business card or whatever in the photo, that's fine. If you want to just put photos of your stuff, that's fine. If somebody sees their stuff and they want your stuff, they're gonna Facebook message you and take your little conversation off of the public group. You know what I mean? So if you want to put a photo of your link to your shop, that's fine, but you can't put links because you'll get booted out by the bot. So you can't be like, visit my Etsy shop, right? So just FYI on that. All right, guys, I hope you have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.